I'm Heather Thompson, and I'm with Community Development Halton. And maybe we'll just go around and...
Yeah, sure. So my name is Erica, and I am the Targeted Prevention Lead and at ROC, Reach Out Center for Kids. And one of the programs under my portfolio is Danielle's Place, where Techiya volunteers.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Cassandra?
Hello, good morning. I'm Techiya's daughter.
Oh, nice. Glad you're here. You must be very proud of your mom. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good. And Lori?
Hi, I'm Lori Schneider. I'm a friend and a mentee and a mentor with Techiya.
Wonderful. Glad you're here today. And Rachel?
Hello, I'm Techiya's other daughter. So I'm so happy to be here today and so excited for my mom.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, very proud. And so Techiya, that's how you pronounce your name, Techiya?
That's my nickname.
Okay. And your last name is Loewen?
Loewen, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so you are a recipient today, so we're really excited and we're going to talk about that today. It's wonderful. And Mike, do you want to just introduce yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm Mike Nixon. I'm Executive Director of Community Development Halton. We have a long and wonderful relationship with ROC, and so ROC certainly knows of us as an organization. It's kind of three-pronged in that we do a lot of research, data analysis. Heather in particular runs an incredible program, our age-friendly program. And of course, there's Volunteer Halton, which is what today is all about. And of course, Heather's got a long history on the volunteer side of things as well. But as you know, as ROC knows, we're a nonprofit organization committed to building a society in which diversity and equity are really central to all aspects of our lives, through the volunteerism that I spoke of, through community development, through independent research. CDH mobilizes action to improve the quality of life for all Halton residents. And we do that in cooperation with all the organizations and volunteers who make up this region. So that's what brings us together today.
Yeah, so today it's a pleasure actually to welcome you to National Volunteer Week. The theme of that this year through Volunteer Canada is the value of one and the power of many. Because we know that the contributions of each and every volunteer in Halton is so important. And then when we have so many volunteers doing so many wonderful things, it really helps to build capacity in community to meet the needs of so many people who need support or help and you know, all those wonderful things. So it really enhances the quality of life for all people. And especially for today, we are honored, you know, to recognize our volunteer who gives of herself to the community of Burlington and perhaps beyond Burlington, throughout Halton, but certainly Burlington. And we know that this year has been particularly challenging given, you know, the issues with COVID and the pandemic, and having to change how we do things and respond to the needs of our community, working with volunteers. So it's been very, very different. So this Volunteer Impact Award is very, very important. So today, we are so pleased to recognize Techiya, and for all Techiya Loewen for all the work that she's done. And reading about her nomination from Erica was so impressive. All the work and support you've given to parents, and I'll let you certainly ask you to talk about that in a few minutes. So would really like to say to present you, and I don't know if you've seen the award yet because I did drop it off at Erica, so I actually have one here that you can see, and I don't know if you can see it. It will look like this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this will be your award, and your name is in it as well. And it is for you, and we want to thank you so much for your contributions to your community and your outstanding service. So thank you so much for all that you do, Techiya. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Clap, there we go. So Techiya, can you tell us about all the volunteer work that you do, and especially during the last year, and share with us those experiences?
The past year has been difficult, but yet there's been so many blessings, and especially with the support group. I ran the support group for 5 years on my own out of Hamilton, And it was when there was change in the room that I connected with Danielle's place and Erica. And they kindly took me in and took in the support group that I'd been running. And with COVID taking place, we went from being able to meet in person once a month to meeting twice a month. And that is the capacity of the support group tremendously. And we're able to bring in families throughout Halton, Ottawa, Toronto area, Niagara. Is just phenomenal. And then again, moving forward through the year, McMaster Children's Hospital and Dr. Jennifer Couturier, I have a very good relationship, and she came across a study proposal to look at support groups for parents with eating disorders. So a team got together and we put together the proposal, and we were given that grant. So the support group has gone from me running it twice a month to my friend Lori running her support group twice a month to another woman in Ottawa running a support group twice a month. So we've now got, I think we've got now 30 or 40 families that we're able to support. Outside of Rock, I also support parents on a one-to-one basis as well. So if they call, they text me, they email me, and I will sit and talk with them for an hour or two and help them walk through the crisis that's at hand. I do this because I walked through this journey with my family, and it means so much to me to continue to give and to make sure that no parent feels alone as I did whenever Rachel was sick. That's, if I can help one parent, then that's great. I think I've helped more than that, but I still have that mantra if I help one. So I thank you so much for the word. I'm speechless.
I think it's wonderful that you can share that lived experience with others, because you understand it. You understand what people are and parents are struggling with. So it's wonderful that they have you as a support. It's just amazing. And I understand just from what Erica had, when she gave the nomination, talked about there's been a 30% increase with COVID of eating disorders and hospital inpatient treatment, which is quite alarming. So more than ever, parents do need that support for their children. And so people, and for your role, it's just been wonderful that you are able to do so. In terms of volunteering, Techiya, just if people are interested in volunteering anywhere, what would you say to somebody if they are thinking about volunteering, not necessarily for Rock, but anywhere? You know, what would you say to that person?
Identify your passion. Because when you identify your passion and you can act on your passion, then volunteering is like breathing. Wow. You're doing it because it means something to you. You are consumed by it in a very gentle and loving way. It doesn't feel like, oh, I have, you know, I work 37.5 hours a week and now I have to go do X. It's a case of, oh, okay, I get to do this after work. And it just enhances your life, and it's well worth taking that chance. There's so many opportunities right now to volunteer, and there will be more after COVID lifts. And I just really urge people to do that. There's so many people that need help, and by helping others, we help ourselves. So go for it. Wow. Don't think about it. Don't question your motive. Just do it.
That is really well said, Techiya. Time with COVID right now, we get to see each other over the screen. You are over the screen so motivational itself. I hope to have the opportunity at some point of meeting you and your whole family as well. I do want to ask. I'd love to ask Erica a question. Erica, Techiya used the word phenomenal. And we certainly know of the Reach Out Center for Kids as a phenomenal organization. Can you just give us a sense for what Rock is doing, what it's all about?
For sure, yeah. I'll go into kind of the Danielle's place and how it aligns with ROC as well. So the program that Techiya supports under Danielle's Place is our parent support group. And this, the Danielle's Place program supports youth between the ages of 8 to 17 who've been identified as being at risk of developing an eating disorder. So typical kiddos coming through our programs are struggling with body image concerns, potentially some restriction around food, preoccupation with food and weight and those kind of concerns. And so we offer a range of different group-based programs and services in order to support kiddos before an eating disorder develops. And then we have this really lovely complement of Techiya's program where we can refer parents whose maybe their kiddos their needs are a little more advanced than what we're able to support. So we have this really great community for them to land and access a really safe connection. So it's been wonderful. Under ROC, so ROC is a children and youth mental health agency that provides free mental health services for children newborn all the way to 17, as well as their families. So one of the biggest shifts for us was our walk-in. So that was a really big thing for ROC, where we have folks can access our walk-ins. We service the whole Halton region, so we had physical locations in Burlington, Oakville, Milton, Georgetown, and Acton, where families could come in together, parents could come in on their own, or children over the age of 12 could access the service on their own as well. And they could see a therapist on staff free of charge and get some tips and tricks and support there. Obviously with COVID, the in-person piece is a little bit different, so we've shifted our lens a little bit, but we adapted really quickly and really well, and we're now offering virtual walk-in services. So, you know, again, if someone comes to Danielle's Place and is looking for something a little more clinical in nature than what we're able to provide at Danielle's Place, we can also refer them into walk-in, right? So they can see a therapist on staff and get some more one-on-one directed support. So folks can call our live answer line in order to get connected to our walk-in. And that's listed on our website in big letters if folks are interested in looking and seeing kind of what ROC's about. Yeah, so I think that's been the biggest shift for us. But ultimately, I think I love what Techiya said. It's, you know, it's challenging, but there's blessings, right? So we've been able to eliminate barriers to access, right? Folks can access our services. There's no catchment area. So it's been, you know, there's pluses and minuses to it all, but we've really established a warm community, not only with Danielle's Place, but as an agency as a whole. So yeah, I hope that kind of gives you a nice summary of things, very high level, very quick.
That's beautiful. No, thanks so much. I appreciate that, Erica. And, you know, I sometimes think that we don't sit back and realize how lucky we are in this sector to not only have the ability to work with each other's organizations, but particularly work with volunteers like Techiya, like her family, that really make it all happen. It's important to keep that in the back of our minds. And I thank you and ROC and Danielle's Place, Erica, very much. And Techiya, I congratulate you on being the recipient of this year's Volunteer Impact Award. The work that you do is amazing, but I will say as well, and I'm sure you would as well, the support that you receive from friends and family are equally as important. So congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I received a text from Cassandra's partner today saying that he could be there, and my response back to him was that this belongs to all of us, my friends and my family, because if they didn't believe in me, then this wouldn't happen. And because they get behind me in anything that I do, it really belongs to all of us, and it belongs to all volunteers, right? That get out there and are facing this every day and are just putting their heart and soul into caring for others. So I thank you very much for this, and I do share this with everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and congratulations again. Awesome.
Thank you.